All right,
Okay.
here we are.
Guess we should get a deck loaded up.
Yep, we're good to start here. I have OBS on. We're good to go.
Very interested to see what you're playing. I was just looked at all of the other decks. It's cool, interesting. I like the revolver thing that you've done. So I've just played the same thing throughout the tournament.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that's what caught my eye with this tournament. It's like I make all these decks on Doomtown DB, and I don't get a chance to play nearly enough of them. So when I saw the deck building rules were a little relaxed for this, I figured, this is a great chance to bring out a few.
It's worked out well for you as well. Okay. So good to go. Good luck for the game.
You as well.
Okay. Protection Racket. Slugsters of some variety.
Not liking that this is going to be an influence-based deck. Not liking that I have an inner struggle on me round one. Boy. Well, that's not great.
It's a very annoying thing to happen on the first turn.
Yeah. Okay, but that's it though. I'll still take it down, yeah?
Yep, you still get the level.
Just keep an eye on the discard here. Seeing 2s and 5s. Luke also on 2. You're going to have to be worried about bottom dealing. Inner struggle ace. We'll run the job with Frank this time.
Frank doing the protection.
Or the Racket with Frank.
Best thing to do with him.
Usually Clem would be the target for the Racket, but we didn't draw a saloon. So.
See, the deputy is here to enforce the law.
Darn. Now I want a nice clean match.
Max, that's not how this deck operates. So Protection Racket isn't automated as far as I know. So I'm just gonna tap it, boot out Frank, and increase my rock by 2.
I'm just going to keep on moving into town square.
Okay. I'm gonna. What do I want? I think I'm gonna attempt Blood Curse with Thomas. Where did that go? Oh shit! I didn't target the 2. Well, I'll put the -1 on Mariel.
Alright.
Uh, idea being here, paralyze someone in on the tax office, make him commit a little bit more to it if he wants to come in. But he doesn't.
I'm just going to get my extra card from Spiritual Society.
Sounds good. Sorry, sounds good.
Alright, I'm good to go.
Oh dear.
I don't have another minister.
No.
So get off this
Escape
time.
this one. Alright. You know, one in a struggle's enough anyways. Alright. It's yours.
Did it do my upkeep? It's not done my upkeep, has it?
So I see in the logs that you... It looks like your Ghost Rock manually went up +2. I see... So I see Doomdog is the lowball winner, has received 2 Ghost Rock from the pot, and then after I see Doomdog set Doomdog's Ghost Rock counter to 5, which is +2. Was that not your upkeep?
No, I don't have my upkeep in the log at all.
Yeah, no, I don't have your upkeep in the log either. But I do have I do have this manual. One sec, I'll post it. Did you manually set your?
Manually changed my Ghost Rock. No. I had 4 at the start, at the end of last turn, so I'd have been on 5 after winning low ball.
Okay, and so I guess the log is just the log is just messed up. Then
Yeah.
you can take upkeep, no worries. All right.
Yeah. So I hired Ramiro.
Oh, it's all good. Oriental Saloon is not the one I want to see, as Clem doesn't really benefit from it at all. Sorry, we are in high noon, right? It's telling me that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's just, yes.
All right, and your first play was Ramiro?
Play was Ramiro.
Yep. Okay. Good enough.
Okay, I am going to Hogg Thomas. Might as well just send everybody. I think we've got deeds to worry about right now.
Alright, you're sending everyone to Mug Thomas. I should have been prepared for the mugging. They're booted. He's got Ramiro. Losing 2 blood curse would hurt, but I don't have a stud. Sorry, just thinking here. He would also have more influence in the fight. Yeah, I'm going to let that go. And so I take it you want to ace both of the blood curses, yes?
Definitely.
That's okay. We can still come back from that. I want to save the top side of the street for a casino that's good for Clem. But I will plop her in that one for now. I don't know why I didn't move her through town square first, but that's okay. Try to avoid some more inner strugglings here.
That's a good idea.
Why not? Play her out.
Lots of influence.
There we go.
There's no one in town square, so I get a little card.
I never even considered that works in the 0-0 case. Yeah, good stuff. Alright, both legal, so I'll take it down. So let's see what we're looking at in the discard here. There's one mugging, two muggings in the discard. The other two of clubs, not shown. Huckleberry is a very strong cheating resolution, but that's the only 5 of clubs we're seeing. Could be bottom dealings or could be more muggings. Anyways, we'll go above for now. Give Clem her saloon. What I should have done is space out those blood curses. I should not have put both on Thomas. It was a mistake. Even though these are huckster zeros, or this is a huckster zero, that's a huckster zero. Prevent the mugging. I should have been prepared for that on 2 of clubs. Now do I make the same mistake? I really do want the shadow walk on the same huckster as my paralysis mark. But I'm just setting myself up for a mugging again. No. Give ourselves some fighting force here. We are going to go with Anathea. I don't want my spells to get mugged anymore. Booting into the tax office. That makes sense. He gets away from the paralysis mark. Definitely not looking to play out stone. Do I keep her in hand though? I do want a good stud out, and Jonah, Violet, and Morgan have all made their way into my discard. The Saint is still in the deck. Reasonable chances to draw him. Yeah, I'm going to discard her. There he is. Okay. Yet another blood curse. Rumors. Ricochet and unprepared. Three muggings we're looking at here. Still a mitt full of cards. It's got 4. And glyphs. Don't know why I didn't paralysis mark. Paralysis mark right would have been the first play. Hey. Similarly, him using Ramiro to call out my dudes here before he put down that Magnum rounds probably would have been the right first play too. Yeah, I never should have let that happen. But I don't want to accept it either. Sad times. Why did I play Jimmy? I really should have Cliffs. Oh man. It's not the game to miss playing. Well, of course, Frank accepts. We'll see what my opponent comes in with here. Bringing in Luke. The good thing about Frank is it does force him to be somewhat honest about this. Just Luke and Hero. I have Henry available. I have an Unprepared. I have a Ricochet.
See if those two are
Just thinking about how I want to handle this here. Only 2 5 of clubs and 3 of clubs in the discard. I think we can skirmish for 1 round. Any place?
just thinking, no, I'll let pass. Well, that might happen. Okay, cool. I'm going to keep on passing.
After that, I'll pass as well.
Cool. So I've got 2 studs still on Ramiro and 4.
Yep. I'm looking at 2 stud from Jimmy and 2 draw from the other 2. My other Joker is in my deck still, so got that going for me. Oh, that's not great. Nope, that could definitely be better. These are the 2 off values. Okay. We're okay. Do I go cheating? Do I go cheating? The last 2 of clubs is not visible, and I would hate to get hit with a bottom deal here. Huckleberry would also be bad. No, I think I go legal. Nice. You take that. Okay, and I'm going to run I'll run Henry and Jimmy home and then end it.
Cool.
Oh, Ramiro was the discard. Interesting. Opponent's at 5 influence. this point my board state's built up a little. I think I'm willing to start contesting any muggings that come my way. Yeah, we're going to see those. Alright, well. Four influence, 4 control on the board. I can give him another -1. His only current stud is right there, locked in Bilton. However, my people are not mobile. That's perfect. Still no influence on her. I think I saved the rumors. Go into another round with this. Playing California won't do anything. Would be drawing 5 though. Mitt full of cards. We're just going to use the Racket. Pains me a little. Do I keep the Ricochet? I think the answer is yes. No, that's not what we want. Second copy of the Oriental, the high stakes, we're happy to see that. And we're happy to see that.
Not that often I see a legal verbal for a gun.
The only reason I'm here in this match is because the deputy was kind enough to flop me a legal 4 of a kind in our game. It's bottom dealing. Probably my least favorite card in Doomtown.
Yeah, before we do anything, just remember I've got the collection agency, so we'll use that.
Yep, sounds good. All right.
Good.
Ooh. I very much want that. I very much want that.
Well, well, another distinguished guest.
Frank goes in. If nothing else, we get some pressure down here. Interesting. Well, while I still can, raise a dude's influence by 1. Who do I want that on? Let's go with Jimmy. I don't need the Racket buck that badly. Transfers the pearl handled over. Okay. Phantasm Sequoia. Yep. He'll join his friends there.
Sadly, I don't have Octagon on this computer, but I figured I'd listen to the riveting discussion going on.
It was.
This has mostly been me musing on the. So I am talking, but it's locally, basically talking through what I'm thinking about the game, and I don't want my opponent to know what I'm thinking about the game right now.
I'm not recording this, so I haven't been doing that for obvious reasons.
Because it would be insane.
Yeah, insane. Certainly not something I do every time.
I'm feeling called out here.
All right.
To be fair, if it was Max and I, we would probably be talking to each other, not paying attention about what we're doing.
Truth.
It's good when you forget to leave the mic on.
I do find, even with voice chat, I don't do all that much in-game banter when I'm playing online, which is, I suppose, a bit of a miss from live events.
Oh, not 3. Go up.
Yeah, Robert. Sorry, it always takes me a minute to circle from Harlath to Robert whenever I say his name out loud. And I were definitely doing some banter with our last games. That was fun.
Another mugging.
Yeah, it works when I actually target everything.
I think we're going to defend that. I have 2 studs in the posse. All he has is Henry. Really wishing I had that unprepared right now. But, c'est la vie. And yeah, we can afford to skirmish. So who do I want? Henry's in, Jimmy's in, no doubts there. Oh, I'm not seeing any jokers. This might have been a mistake. Let's bring in the board. Because if you're going to make a mistake, you might as well overcommit the hell out of it.
Where's the unprepared?
That's the question I ask in every game.
It's in my hand.
I would assume it's
Okay.
It's going to be a pass for me.
Alright. I know you've got jacks. You might be running hex slinging. I haven't been checking your discard enough to be sure, but I'll use the magnet rounds. They don't have a script.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm thinking Henry plus 1 bullets as well.
Aye. I'm going to be passing again.
I also pass. So Henry shoots with 3 studs, and I've got a couple of draw guys.
Yep, so I'm going to have Henry shoot at 2 stud from Cliffs. Jimmy's providing another 1 to that, and then I have 4 draw dudes. 8 and 4.
8 and 4.
Hey, Robert.
Alright, let's get rid of some of these. Some of this crap. Wait. I'm paired up there, so I'm showing a legal full right now. Maybe I just go in on trying to get that illegal 4. I think that's what I do. Wait. If you're going to do that, don't discard the card that's part of the legal full. Nope, that didn't improve things.
I picture this shootout as Henry just practicing his moves in front of the mirror.
But there's hexes involved. There's a mirror somewhere. Someone's actually going to get shot.
He doesn't know it yet, but it's probably going to be him.
Legal full is, I mean, there's with the inner struggle.
Nah, I lied. With that art, he totally knows it's going to be him.
Yep, Doom Dog by 1. As expected.
He is looking pretty expendable right now.
Hello?
Hello.
The baby went to
Morning.
sleep much more quickly than I expected, but I've not got the video on, so it's gonna be like listening to the cricket without being able to see it just on the radio. So
Don't worry, I'm doing the same thing. It's great.
I guess I need to up my announcer game.
Well, Henry did indeed get shot by Henry.
His aim was true. I feel like we should all go to like voice channel 2 since I have Octagon up, and I'll start doing like my hockey announcer narration.
that would be good, much appreciated. Yeah.
I will do this.
I don't need to
Alright.
commit more to this.
Good luck, you two.
I'm gonna leave this shootout. Cheers.
Cool. See you later.
And I take it you want both the attachments aced?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, let me.
Figure if I want to stand a chance here, I need to kill those
I
blood
think
curses.
that went into the discard. Yes, it did. Wait, no. What the fuck happened to it? Oh, that's not the right one. Alright, that's okay. What was I? Right. And he can unboot himself. That's fine. Still gonna hold that. I think at this point we're passing. Save the tax office in case he gets greedy. Yep, makes sense. Also makes sense. 0 bullet dude though. Aerial available over there. See what happens here. Alright. Get rid of this.
Literally got Ghost Drops to spend.
Get out Max, we'll get out Violet. Frank, of course, accepts that. Let's see what he commits. Pearl handled Henry. Yeah. I think that's the right amount to commit to that. I can Shadow Walk in, but ultimately I don't like my odds in that fight. Frank's gonna react out.
Cool. Think he might.
Cutting Waitley from this deck was a huge mistake. Should have been in there for the attack against mugging. Let's get some Shadow Walk down. Moves to the center, makes sense. So I can do Max into Violet, which drains my rock. That Shadow Walk really should have been on Maria. Yeah, there was no reason for that. That is, I think, the third misplay I've called out thus far. Alright, we're at least going to get Max on the board. Henry's influential. Jose's a stud. The good thing here is that he can't out-influence me. That. I have a lot of expendable people at this point. I'm gonna play route.
Am I ever gonna kill all of these guys if they're just sat
Problem is, his dudes are much more expendable than mine. Like, look at this. Luke, Willa, Christine. He can lose people for days and be out nothing. Alright. At this point, we are going to... I think we're going to step in. We're going to try and make something happen here. Probably should have been with Violet or with Jose. Keeping Jimmy mobile for money is okay, but alright. We still get our chance. Maria is also an option with the paralysis mark, but I feel like if Maria walks in, the call out happens immediately, so not too much benefit. this point I have 3 studs that are reasonable. Jose himself being a 3 stud. I'm looking at 10 cards without effects. There it is. Let's see what we see. Oh no, I neglected Weiju's influence.
This may be a mistake, but I think I'm going to risk throwing everybody I can into this.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Jimmy's in, no doubt. I think Anthea joins via Shadow Walk. Violet comes. Thomas, who has never been able to keep a hex for this game, is somewhat expendable at this point. Jake's in. Maria's in. Yeah, that's it. Any place?
Yeah, I was thinking who does Marielle pick on? I think it's going to be Jimmy because he has no influence.
Yep. Anthea wouldn't have been able to prevent that anyways. Because it would have been 6 to 7. Alright. Cast the Shadow Walk into the town square. Joining the posse. I think that's it for plays. So I'll have Jose shoot as a 3 stud with Violet backing him up, 4 stud total, and then 4 draw dudes.
Cool. I'll have Christine shoot, so I've got my 1 stud from Marielle, and then all the draw I'll ever need.
Alright. What are the odds of seeing that last blood curse? There's 0 because it's in the discard. So the best I can do is 3 queens legally, which is what I got. Nope. That's the one we want. And I think we're hoping, so there's only 1 ricochet in the deck. So we can't see a 9 of clubs. We could see a 9 of spades in Amelia. Yeah, the odds aren't great. I think we're hoping for 10s here. Well. We're doing legal full. It's not going to win anything, but hopefully it doesn't lose too much. Oh! Interesting. I think I'm okay with that. I mean, not that it's great, but probably best case scenario.
So I'll lose Christine. You get a bounty.
Redo Thomas. Stay or go.
Cool. I will stay for another round.
Let's move Violet out from under this. No, let's just let it be. No, let's not. Let's move her. Thinking, sorry. Jimmy would have been a good one to give up, but he's out there. I'm ultimately probably not too sad if I discard Violet. Not having to pay her upkeep is a good thing. Yeah, I'll stick for one more.
Cool. Okay. No shooter action from me.
None for me either. So, same, except I'm getting one less draw.
Luke, that's my shooter this time round.
Oof. I think at this point, worst comes to worst. Are we going for that cheating 5? Let's check the discard. We're staring down 2 muggings. Just 1 huckleberry. No, we can't cheat into that. Also the inner struggle can't be forgotten. Alright, what we're hoping for is... Nope, can't do that many. Hope for the 10 of spades. Didn't get the 10 of spades. We're doing full again. Another tie. Alright. I think ultimately we're looking to restore draw structure. Get Violet back in the deck.
This time Luke is going to bite the bullet. It's a 2 bounty for you.
Staying or going?
This is getting tough now. Still not Willa. I'll stay for another round.
Yeah. I could afford to lose Anthea. 9 is a bit of an off value for the deck, but her Shadow Walk's been used this round. I still have the Ricochet in case he tries to get brazen. My influence is strong. I'll stick for one more.
Again, nothing from me.
Ditto. I'm looking at 8 and 3.
Shoot with this question. Shoot with...
Oh, no.
More draw.
Alright, well, let's get rid of these 3 and see what comes to us. Okay. We can make that work. So Weizhu was your shooter, is that correct?
Yeah, Weizhu is my shooter.
Shouldn't have asked that, signaling that I have Ricochet. That's another tie. He's got the low values, he's choosing first.
Discard Willa.
Yeah, Anathea's gone. So there we go.
Okay, I think at this point I'm going to have to go.
He's sitting on 6 Ghost Rock with 6 cards in hand. Easily could play out a dude at this point. And even if he didn't, he's rocking 6 influence. The rumors can bring him down to 5 on Henry, but that's actually, that is just enough. Alright, I'm going to retreat with Jake and Maria. I'll leave Jose sitting where he's at.
Alright.
Oh, that's the
This is the
opposite
wrong
of what I wanted to happen. No. 1 second, just gonna fix this real quick. Come on. Alright, we're back to operational.
Cool. Okay. It's your move, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. And there it is, Mr. Blackwood. I could... No, I don't want to take that fight. I do want to pressure the dude, though. Warrants in. Makes sense. What do we do? Losing Jose would restore a good bit of draw structure, and then winning the game is on the line here if I don't lose. I think I'm okay with taking that. Of course, if I was going to take that, moving Jimmy to the center would have been the right call. Good at the gravy. All sorts in this place.
Henry shoots, 7-2 stood in a draw.
Just a straight 3. Alright, well, Inner Struggle is going to hit me Because I could go with the straight. Do I take the straight? Because at that point, I'm looking at flush full at minimum, which is going to get Jose aced. If he's holding Huckleberry, then that does nothing against it. Yeah. All right. We're going with the illegal full house. I think I will not pay the ghost rock. Ricochet is... yeah, I'm okay with losing Ricochet. So net I'm -1 here because of the inner struggle.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, I pass. Ending the shootout.
I get a bounty off him because that's a private deed.
Yep, sorry, there was a bounty on him. I forgot to put it on, but it's there. On that note, Frank should also have a bounty because he accepted a call out there.
He's still there. Is he still? Yeah, he is still on. Because he's from he ran away.
That was your call out. At this point, my action is...
Has it going to run home after that call out?
You say you're going to run? Or... okay.
So I don't think we've got any shadow walks or anything left, and Jimmy has no influence. So...
yeah.
I think
I don't really need the money. I could bring Jimmy over there for the income, but I think I like him at home. Sorry, I completely forgot to start a timer for this. Have you? Do you have a timer going, or?
I didn't start a timer, but I guess we've been playing for just over an hour now.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose we can just, at noon my time or 4 your time, we can call it from there. Alright. We got Morgan. That's good. Here's the problem with running multiples of the same deed. You gum up your hand for no real benefit. Oof. Man. Bounty. We got the grand 1 cost reduction on the slash if we want it. Yep. Mariel plus influence. So that puts his influence in shootouts at... well, it's that +2. So at 9. Whereas I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So actually I still can't prevent the Mariel problem. Could bring in Clem. Nope. think we're gonna play her with Max. Okay, sure. More influence. The upside to all of his cheap spuds versus my influential dudes is that I'm looking good on time. I hate to win these games on time, but it is a consideration. Rail takes to the center. Okay, let's use the tax office before it bites us. I mean, it won't bite us. I have so much money. No, that's a dumb play. Let's make Frank a stud. Let's go take that deed. In goes Henry for sure. Henry is influenceless though, so I control that. Might as well get the buck out of it. Lawrence is not booted. Let's get this shadow walk on Maria. Right. Yep, swarm the center. All makes sense. So, what do I want to prevent? I think my play is to go down here, have the paralysis mark at the ready. Just hopefully force him to clump his dudes up. At that point, I don't need to get anything out of this. Sitting with a mitt full of cards if I can improve my state. Of course, Frank does what he does and accepts shootouts. Yeah, he has no need to commit to that. And I'm definitely not willing to lose Frank. I'll react. Does have another bounty though. And I'm going to pass again. Yep, take my deeds. Play makes sense. Boot him out for a control point. That would also make sense. If he does go there though, I move Maria in. Or if he does boot out without committing more, I move in Maria. Takes the Oriental. So I'm okay with that. Just a heads up, that's a rowdy deed.
Oh yeah, I completely forget that. Let's not do that.
I guess, I mean, it's not technically rowdy, but it's pre-rowdy rowdy.
Pre-rowdy text.
That's both ways. He's murdered my queens. And there's a queen in the discard. I've played out most of my 10s though. I think... Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm looking to go through the deck anyways. Yeah, queen in. Mars and more. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's real good. If I can keep that... I'm not out too much if I lose it. If I get it, I get my blood curse. I want that. Oh, inner struggling. I don't want to lose a card at random, I don't think. And I'm rich. Three of a kind versus full. Alright, we'll win it. The odds are pretty good though that I pull a club and just waste $4. Not a complete waste though. Yeah, let's do it.
I realised that twice now I've forgotten Building Collection Agency.
I think you used it the first time you were in on it.
First time it was, and there's been 2 turns since that I've completely forgot about it.
I would also be okay with you booting it and taking your $1 if you want.
We're okay with that, then yeah, thanks. I'll do that.
Also, sorry, I am going to react with Grimoires and more on me bringing in Amelia. Okay, it looks like that isn't automated. I'll just pull. Alright, that's going to give me... wait, no, it's paying all costs. Sorry. Okay, that's there.
It's tied to Eddie. She doesn't have a script, but I'm going to run her job with Xiaodan as backup.
I'm going to take a quick look through your discard here. Yeah, this is real good for him. He's able to get some influence on the board. So, sorry, who is in the posse for this job?
It's Tabodi herself and Xiaodan Li.
I think I'm very comfortable opposing this. All right, I'm gonna be opposing this one.
Send you guys in, and then I can do a call out and maybe shoot something happen that way.
Yeah. So if you just want to call him out, I'll bring everyone else in. Yeah. All right. So who is everyone else here? I mean, the shooter has +2. If they have more bounty than the other shooter. They don't have more bounty. However, Morgan lashes after you declare your shooting. Question here, actually, because I don't know the answer. If I use Morgan's react, that will trigger in time for her trait, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
As the trait will, because you'll declare your shooter, then she'll give them +2 bounty, then your shooter has +2 bullets. Because they've got more bounty. So yeah, it works.
Bring in a Spud, I'm okay with a losing Anthea. Not okay with losing Amelia, but she also has no influence, so I'm okay to send her home booted. And Morgan is going to join via Shadow Walk. No, she's not, because then she can Shadow Walk later. Because I'm going to be leaving this job. Yep. I think that's it for me. My first play. I'm going to pass play. Over to you.
Okay. What do we do?
Morgan Lash is getting sunned.
We have a slightly worse shooter.
Yeah, that's okay. I can still use her ability on Jimmy. Passing again.
And I will pass.
Alright, so I'm going to use Jimmy as... Jimmy? Yeah, I'm going to use Jimmy as my shooter. Morgan's going to react to give him 2 bounty, and then he'll be a 4-stud because of her trait.
Cool, I've got Lee as mine. So I'm just going with 1 stud, 1 draw.
4, 5. I'm staring down 10 and 2. Oh, Inner Struggles booted. That's okay. 110 there, another 10 there. Another 10 on the board. Not too likely to see it, but in any case, my discard is clear. Grab those and hope. Nope. Didn't get it. Alright. Legal full it is. Or illegal 5. We're looking at 1 Huckleberry, 2 Huckleberry. I've never seen more than 2 Huckleberry here. 1 mugging, 2 mugging. I've also never seen a bottom dealing here. It's possible he's been holding it the whole game. Do I get greedy? Sorry, I'm just thinking through if I want to cheat here.
It's the worst that could happen.
Yeah, what is the worst that could happen? I'm seeing you have 2 Huckleberries in your discard, and I've never seen more than 2 in there. So I'm guessing you're only running 2. I've never seen 4 2 of clubs in your discard. So I'm curious if the bottom dealing is there at the ready, just waiting for me, sitting in your hand the whole game. The inner struggle's there, so I'm not too worried about another one of those. Lots to think about.
Bottom dealing works out 5 for you last time.
Oh, I accidentally discarded one of the cards that are up for consideration there.
It's a big giant.
Alright, we're going for it.
Okay, do you have any cheating resolutions?
Yeah. I'm going to...
Okay.
Actually, I suppose I could have saved that, but, well, that's fine.
Do you want to save it or not?
If you don't mind, I will take it back
Mm-hmm.
and wait to see what you do here.
I am cheating, so you'll get to pick somebody, but I have got another Huckleberry.
Alright. I give him Jimmy, he loses Tewodi, he loses that, I ace Jimmy, and get 2 bounty for my troubles. Jimmy's not influence, he's not going to help me win this game. So if I kill off Jimmy here now, with this, I get the bounty, is that correct?
I don't know. I'll have to check that one.
Let that stew for a second. Amelia has another option. She has the blood curse though. No, that's not an option. Yeah, it's gonna be Jimmy. I put down the question in the Discord.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna choose Jimmy regardless here. And so that's your cheating resolution. You're up 3. I'm still gonna play. It's not what you know at that point.
Makes sense.
So that puts you down 7. And I assume you're passing?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm passing as well. They're all laced. I'll run all my dudes home. And yeah, Fork Banger was typing there for a second, so I'll just wait to take the rock.
Good. Yeah, sounds like you did.
Alright, that was your job. She takes that. Makes sense. At this point, I am somewhat worried about the tax office. Thomas makes his way back. Alice makes her way here. Yeah, this is good stuff. We got a rumors. We have a blood curse. We're not in a bad spot here. Of course, I cheat. The Union Casino. I want to get that down. I'm paying the rock though.
Full houses is mobile.
We can get Stowe out cheap. We can get Thomas out, but not cheap. We can get a Phantasm down on Thomas with the Grimoire. I think that's the play. Phantasm Thomas Grimoire. Alright. I'm going to be putting down a Huckster and using the Grimoire.
Okay.
Right, it's not automated. It's a club. So, nothing happening there.
Just picked up the wrong grimoire.
Is there really a right Grimoire?
Didn't teach him magic. That one just made him go a bit crazy or something.
Yep, on these. We do kind of want to run that racket, and my money is looking a little grim at this point. I think we shadow walk over. At the very least, this forces him to bring in something. Oh, Jesus. He's brought in something. I get my buck. I'm okay with that. Yeah, move there without booting. Why not? This does hamper my ability to fight if I send her home booted. But that's not going to stop me from sending her home booted. Let's go with... It's an easy decline. Got a blood curse on Lawrence here. Take control of that deed back. I think is what we're aiming for. Getting her booted out for a control point, or for $1, was probably not worth it. Yeah, Lawrence moves over. That makes sense, though I can still shadow walk up and take that. Okay, before I do that, we're gonna make sure this doesn't come back to bite us. It's a pass there. Shadow walk up. Yes, I am trying to cast it. This is my deed. If I win low ball, I can just boot him out next turn. Hopefully get him to commit a little bit to this deed. Do I play out the cheap stow now? Probably should have evaluated the chance of a mugging happening here before this. I'm ultimately okay with that. Really doesn't do too much to me. She comes out for 4, I'll have $2 left. I'm willing to do this. Hey, turn sideways. Priority should have been getting the union down. That, yeah. Need to start giving consideration to what I want to do before doing it. That's okay. It can happen next turn. He takes that. So on low ball here, I'm looking to get 1, 2, 3. I may have put myself in a situation where I need to go in on that. Interesting. Only during high noon. He's a stud. My opponent has a fucking huge hand of cards. So, well, sorry, I'm just considering the ramifications of you being on the tax office there. Collecting 9. I'm going to have to pay 7, which will leave me up to assume lose low ball. I can still afford to pay everything. Waitley. There's an interesting one. Did not account for if I cheat in low ball. Didn't cheat in low ball. Did lose it though. Is that number right? Did I miscount? Well, it's saying I paid 7. Okay. Yep. Henry gets an influence. To be expected. We're going to boot out Lawrence. I've never wanted a deed more than I want that Joker's smile. okay with losing the Shadow Walk from that, I think. I'm gonna decline the shootout. Is there a way to decline the shootout? Or the job?
I think I just say that the job succeeds.
Oh, okay. Losing all my hexes. Sad times. Good God, man. Get in the deed. At this point, he sends down a 2 influence. He's gonna get it. But at the very least, I got one of his 2 influence to come back here. Or maybe Henry just goes over. I suppose Henry over makes a lot of sense. Oh, Magnum rounds. Okay, I'll take it. Don't think we're looking to bring out Nicodemus yet. We're definitely not looking to Union because of the tax office threat. Hey. We might be passing. Oh, of course we're not passing. We're running the Racket. Jesus.
Thinking at this point I could save us 20 minutes of playing and concede, because I don't think there's any way I'm going to get rid of enough influence to be with a chance of winning here at time.
Yeah, so that was kind of my thoughts here. Is my deck is loaded with a lot of high influence dudes. We're gonna keep skirmishing back and forth like this, but I do think I have. I hate winning Doomtown on time, but I think going into time it's looking like I have a pretty decent advantage here. So if you want to concede, I'm okay with that. We
I'm
can.
okay doing that.
Well, this was your muggings proved to be incredibly annoying early on. Getting rid of those blood curses, it really gummed up my game plan. Unfortunately, with no, that's the thing with this deck, is it's kind of like I'm okay. You know, I'm losing dudes that cost a lot of money, but I'm also making a lot of money. So even if I just discard some dudes, it's usually okay. And I can make it
I
back.
think something like a hex control or a landslide deck would be the 2 things that I struggle with. Because I kind of, when I built it, it's like, okay, well, what's the option? It's sort of like, there's a lot of people playing sort of build-up gadgets. There's a lot of people playing aggro, so I don't need aggro, and I need something that can help me against gadgets and stuff like that. So that's kind of what my deck's built around. I don't have any kidnappings or curse of failures or anything to attack people at home, because the build-up people will usually want to defend the muggings,
Yeah.
and the aggro people will come and fight me.
And that's exactly it. It's like, so people, you know, I've talked to a few people about this, and you know, they say like control is kind of a, what's the word? They don't like the archetype, but the cards are there for this archetype. It's really just a matter of if you want to include them, and that's kind of where I went, is that I see a lot of people building very aggro decks, but their aggro decks are usually including the cards that help them in fights more so than the cards that get them in the fights. Like, I've seen very little kidnapping in this event. Curse of Failure, I think I've had one played against me. So,
yeah, there seems not as much of it as there used to be around.
and so that's obviously the weakness of this kind of deck is I don't start with a stud. So if you run a job against my dudes, I'm pretty much forced to just accept that dude is, within reason. It's hard to be totalitarian about it, or, it's hard to say with certainty that I wouldn't oppose a job, but there's a high likelihood.
Seems unlikely.
The Cliffs helps with that, and I do run a plethora of studs in the deck to try and get something out. The draw structure is tight enough that it can fight if it needs to. But yeah, I do really like how resilient your deck is. Like at one point I was evaluating the board, and you had Willa down, you had Christine perfect, you had Luke, and you had Henry, like 4 1-cost dudes, just there ready.
They're in there specifically because I've got them, and I've got the Magnum rounds as against like calling the cavalry gadgets, sidekicks, and things, so I can sort of match them for the attrition and try and shut down force fields and stuff with the Magnum rounds.
Congratulations to our glorious winner.
Yeah, congrats.
It's just
Well played.
So, is this now a rule where Harlath's baby calls time?
Yes. So, on that subject, bye everyone.
cheers. But yeah,
It's quite a match to watch.
there was that one shootout, the big one we had in the center, where I was looking at it, and it's just, I looked at the rounds in the future, and even if I tied you, it's like, oh, he loses Willa, I lose Violet. He loses Luke, I lose Anthea. Like, I'm out every one of these exchanges. But of course, the benefit being that I do have all these high influence dudes in the deck to help at this very situation.
So like, every time I got rid of a dude, then 2 more guys with lots more influence would show up. I just couldn't stop the flow of dudes.
Yeah.
Dude flow.
If you could have, would you have tried to kill Max Bane or something else?
If Bane ever left home, I might have had a chance of killing Max Bane. I have no kidnapping and no curse of failure. I only have bugging as my job.
I think if kidnapping was in the deck, though, yeah, Max would definitely be a good target. Because he was basically enabling all of this.
Yeah. There's a lot of fun plays to watch.
I'm also realizing that I made a pretty critical deck construction error by cutting out the Waitley estate. I should have had that in this deck in case I come across mugging. Yeah. Like getting the jokers back is gravy, but if I come across a mugging, I don't want to be down 3 blood curses in this game.
Yeah, so I used to, when everyone at my game store was running Sight Beyond Sight, because every other person played hexes and I played gadgets. Yeah, I had Waitley Estate in primarily to handle the whole, like, well, I guess I'm going to lose this and have to get it back.
Yeah.
Also, my darling, lovely wife played the Tattooed Man, so Sight Beyond Sight would just come back forever.
Such a good interaction.
The horror. I have memories of Iron Cash playing that at local game night over and over and over.
I was going to pop away for 5 minutes, but I'll be back if people are going to be continuing chatting.
Okay, cool.
Sounds
Again,
good.
good game.
So now the most important question: what are you going to name your card?
I haven't given any strong consideration. I won't lie. I will say that Harleth actually gave me a very good recommendation, or a train of thought that I'm considering. But I haven't finalized anything yet.
May I humbly suggest stop cheating, Max?
I won't lie, Constable Way was on the list.
Oh dear. Was retrospectively. That makes a lot of sense.
My thoughts were the theme of the card would be just a random guy who thinks he's a deputy. But he's not.
Oh, I like it.
He's just a random guy. He calls himself constable. He's not a constable.
Yep.
Nice quote marks.
Deputy in quotes. I love it.
Exactly.
Oh, that's good. That's real good.
But yeah. Well, we'll see what comes of it.
But man, absolutely, you got time.
Yeah.
Definitely needs the trait cannot gain the deputy keyword.
I suppose I should close off the recording here. One sec.